Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Jess and I have been enjoying ourselves here at the Black Locust Cafe over on East Washington Avenue. It's on the near east side. This is such a neat little place.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I encourage you to stop in. It's a great spot.
We're going to talk with John later on in the program, but first, if you are in need of some legal counsel, stay away from Jessa and I, because we don't know what we're talking about. But
we know
this
nothing.
guy here does. This is attorney Jair Alvarez. Did I get it right the second time?
Yes, you
Jair
did.
Alvarez. Thank you for joining us today, Jair.
I love your name. Such a unique name.
Yeah.
Thank
Very
you. Thank you
nice.
for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about what you have going on over at Alvarez Law. Give us a brief overview of some of the legal services you provide.
So I am a business law and criminal law attorney. I also practice a bit of personal injury and also landlord and tenant as well.
Okay, interesting. So a few really key sort of specialties that you have that probably a lot of folks need.
Yes, absolutely, especially the business and criminal law aspects of the practice.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now let's talk a little bit about how you chose those specific services and sort of the why behind that.
Absolutely. So I've always been very interested in business. I believe business is very important. That's what part of why we're here at Black Locust Cafe. Going along with business, criminal law is also very important. It's something that a lot of people need. When I was in law school, I focused in business, and then I also began studying criminal law as well. And I actually studied a bit of criminal white-collar crime. So that's sort of how I mixed those two in there. Then I got started in landlord and tenant as well, because that's a big need here in Madison. And personal injury is sort of the same story.
Wow. So I bet there's all of these things I bet are just so interesting as you learn some of the sort of needs and issues and stories of individuals and are able to provide help and counsel for them. But just listening to you talk about some of these things, I bet we could hear about some examples on a later date that would be really unique and special cases.
I'm just curious to know, I'm just going to kind of throw a little bit of a curveball at you, because I'm just dying to know, do you typically do prosecution or defending, or is it a good mixture of both?
So it really depends. In the criminal side, I always do defense. You would have to be a prosecutor, assistant district attorney to prosecute on the criminal side. On the civil side, which is more the business side, and I do a lot of litigation. I'm always in court. I do both. I do defend and also prosecute civil lawsuits. So whichever side you may find yourself on, I can help you.
Any other services over at Alvarez Law that you want to mention real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. I am in 995 Applegate Road. It's a building where there are a number of law firms in there. We have Diaz Law Firm, which can help you with bankruptcy. We have Team Staley LLC that can help you with family law, also some trademarks. We have Mr. Kevin Boyle, who is an immigration attorney. And now we actually added attorney Christopher Ellis, who is a criminal appeals attorney.
Wow. Okay, so you've got a great network of folks that can help on a lot of different aspects of legal needs.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to bring in as many attorneys as possible that have a wide range of services into our building. We're all separate law firms, just found in one building, so that we can help you as well as we can.
Wow, very nice. Now, Jair is a Portuguese name, I asked you before we started, so I have a feeling there's more than one language you speak.
Yeah, I speak English, obviously. I speak Spanish as well, and I speak some French.
Oh.
Wow. So you can help a lot.
I feel like such a loser all of a sudden. I can barely speak English.
You're pretty good with your English, Justin. Don't feel bad.
Thank you, Jessa.
But that's really nice, because I'm sure you've got clients that English is not always their first language. So it's really nice to be able to provide a service, especially with something that's complicated sometimes, like legal jargon. If English isn't your first language and all of the legal terms are in English, that could get tricky for a client. So it's really nice for you to be able to offer that.
Absolutely.
And you speak a few languages, but you also have other languages that are spoken in your building. What other languages are spoken at your building?
Yes, Attorney Diaz also speaks fluent French, and he speaks fluent Italian as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's very cool.
I would love to hear a few legal terms in Italian. That would be great.
We should do a whole segment where each person is just speaking a different language. Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be pretty cool.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. We got about a minute left, and I'm curious about some of the most interesting or unique or standout or serious cases that you've handled. Can you give us an idea of maybe some serious stuff?
Absolutely. In the past, I have handled, along with a co-counsel, Jason Gonzalez, who is also a criminal defense attorney here in town. He's actually running for the mayor of Fitchburg right now. Together, we have worked attempted homicide. We have also worked a reckless homicide. We work high felonies together very often on the civil side. I actually, just a few months ago, I won a default judgment for $56,000.
Wow.
And some other cases such as those.
Incredible. You don't think about those kinds of cases, or at least I don't, being in this community, but realistically, all communities have their challenges and struggles, and there are some really serious things to take on right here in our counties. So Thank you for sharing those with us.
Thank you.
If you are in need of legal advice, talk to attorney Jair Alvarez over at Alvarez Law. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up right after the break.